Gemini. Welcome, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. My name is Xavi the Gemini Witch. It is a pleasure to have you here with me today. Let's jump into your reading, Gemini, and see what is going on with your energy. Spirit, what do you want to tell Gemini? You have an unfinished symphony, and truth be told. Let's see what this is all about, Gemini. Something's not finished, something's not done here. Let's see here. Number 10. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. You know how this goes. You know the deal. All right, unfinished symphony. Let's see. We have here essential meaning, unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, a lack of closure, the need to make amends. This is a time to tie up loose ends as you near the completion of a cycle or project and mastery of a lesson or a skill. Before you can move forward, it's important that you come to terms with where you are now. Practice radical acceptance. Take inventory so that emotional and psychological closure can occur and the answer you seek will be found. You can't move forward if you are leaving things unfinished. Reflect on what has passed so that the symphony can finally end on a high note. The relationship message is, moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are, make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved. And close the door on the past so that you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. The prosperity message is, make sure that you complete projects now before starting new ones. Perhaps you have created something special that will increase your sense of abundance and bring you opportunities for wealth. However, if you don't see it through, it won't add up to anything but more clutter. Now is the time to put your nose to the grindstone and complete the tasks that have accumulated. Pay your bills, sign the documents, do your filing, hand in assignments, complete a work of art. Tie up loose ends so that you can move forward with surety, knowing that you're on the prosperous path and feeling refreshed and excited about the future. When unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. Okay, well, you gotta tie up some loose ends, or someone wants to tie up some loose ends with you. Okay, we'll get more into this and see what this is all about. But let's go into the other card here. It says, truth be told. And we're going to see what this is all about. Truth be told, the essential meaning is honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, and the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth. Subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or the believer. So it looks like you have your truth and someone else has their truth. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. The relationship message is, people tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth, and listen. The prosperity message is, are you willing to do whatever it takes to experience the prosperous life that you desire? If you want to be an artist, do you make your art a priority? If you want to be a healer, do you set time aside to learn new things to help you serve? A writer must write, and a singer must sing. Being true to your calling is essential to your moving forward. There is another oracle message here too. It's time to have a look at the real honest truth about your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about prosperity, about your relationship to money, to compensation, and to meaningful work. Ask yourself, what is true for me? And you will find the key to abundance. Ooh, Gemini, well, you're moving on from something, or at least you're trying to, and Spirit's saying you need to tie some loose ends because you have some unfinished business. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go back and you speak to someone that you obviously know is probably not healthy for you. Maybe they're toxic. Maybe you know that if you speak to them again, they're just going to pull you back in. Some people, you just can't necessarily get that closure with them, and you know who they are, right? You know what it is. But there's something here about closure, because you're opening up a new chapter in your life, and Spirit wants you to be honest with yourself, okay? It's like I see you walking into something new, but meanwhile you're carrying the baggage from the past, right? Or you haven't had some sort of closure from the past, right? Now, what can help you is, you can journal, okay? Journal your thoughts. Make sure that you're feeling your feelings, right? And there's also something here about, this could also be about your finances or your financial life, right? Just making sure that when you get into this new energy, this new chapter in your life financially, that you're closing some sort of chapters from the past, whatever that may be to you. Okay, so let's jump into the tarot. Spirit, tell me more about this situation with Gemini. Tell me more about this situation with Gemini. My hands are freezing cold right now. Okay, right, the Eight of Wands no, this is a Seven of Wands in the reverse. What about the Seven of Wands in the reverse, Spirit? The Hermit. The King of Wands in the reverse. And the Three of Swords in the reverse. Closing yourself off so that you don't experience backlash. Staying low key so that you don't experience some sort of backlash from energies that were very manipulative. So here's what I'm getting. I'm getting that you are going within, you're doing your healing, you're, trying to figure out what you're feeling, right? You're trying to move on, but you know that there's some sort of energy that's still attached to you. The Three of Swords in the reverse, it's like you're healing, but someone else is not, okay? The Empress. You're feeling yourself, Gemini. You really are. You're like, I'm good. I don't know what you're talking about, Zabi. I'm good. Okay, so then if you're good, then that means that someone else is not, right? But I don't know. You're focused on your abundance with the Empress card. You're focused on growing. You're focused on your health. You're focused on making sure that everything you touch, everything you do can just, grow, right? Because the Empress, she's all about growth. She's all about abundance. It's said that she is actually pregnant, right, in the tarot. And that means fertility. That means birthing something new. So your energy's nice. It's really nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, but there's some sort of unfinished business here. And again, like I said, you don't have to, yeah, you're strong. You got the strength card here. You don't have to necessarily go to somebody and, you know, try to find closure with a person, right? Or try to have like a last conversation with a person. I think when it comes to Gemini, I think that Gemini, we say something and we say it again and we say it again and we say it again. And then like if we notice a pattern and we notice that there's something here that isn't changing, someone's not changing, then we just, you know, that's when you experience that cutoff, and we just keep it moving because it's obvious things are not going to change, right? Or we picked up on it and we're like, yeah, no, forget it, right? I tried. So you're remaining very strong. You're remaining in your power here with the strength and the Empress. And you're doing really well for yourself. The strength is a card of mastering your emotions, right? Taming that wild beast that's inside of you, right? Not like, it's like you're showing up in the world gracefully despite what you've been through. And I think that you staying low-key has been really good for you. It's been very helpful because it's protected you from, you know, people who have probably been all up in your business, wanting to know what you're up to, okay? But you're trying to step into some sort of a new energy. Yeah, there's an energy here of someone feeling like they've been left out in the cold. The Five of Pentacles talks about a temporary financial hardship, but it also talks about people feeling like, you know, you've left them out in the cold. But, you know, yeah, and they want your forgiveness with the Judgment in the reverse. They feel like there is something here that needs to be said, but you're closed off with the Hermit. You're focused on yourself, and you've got the Strength card here, so you're remaining super duper strong. And if this isn't about a relationship, this could just be that Gemini, you have evolved. Instead of exploding or trying to explain yourself constantly over and over and over again when it comes to something, you're just sitting back, you're watching as things unfold, right? People don't want to listen to you, then that's on them. I get this energy where you're like, whatever, it's not phasing you anymore. It's not even like, you're not even thinking, oh, I need to forgive. No, at this point, you're just like, I'm good. Like, I'm fine. I'm, you know, no, that's beautiful. The Tower in the reverse. Good. You're setting yourself straight. You're setting your life straight. And, you know, you're taking all that mess, all that chaos that happened to you, and you are creating something very beautiful with it, with the Tower in the reverse. You're coming out of that. You're rebuilding, okay? And you're just like, I'm not wanting to deal with things that are people that bring unexpected energy, right? People that that like you can't rely on, right? Or situations that you can't rely on. It doesn't matter what it is. You're just thinking more in terms of practicality, right? And you're like, I don't want all these sudden surprises anymore in my life. I'm done. I'm finished with that, right? I think you outgrew it. It's no longer cute for you. Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. People are like, is Gemini single or is she not single? Is you know, he or she, are they single? Are they not single? Also here I'm getting like the Nine of Cups in the reverse. That's an energy of someone coming in wanting to offer you some sort of a romantic proposal, right? And then the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. She's independent. She's doing her thing. She's, you know, feeling good, you know, just working on herself, right? And enjoying the fruits of her labor, right? And the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this is the opposite of that. This is telling me that you're no longer entertaining just bad romance. You're no longer entertaining it's like, yeah, you might be single, or you might have this energy of like you're doing you, but you're not going to entertain things that are not substantial, right? A commitment, a solid commitment. You're not going back to any of this. And this could be also in work too. You're not trying to just allow anything to come in and mess with you, right? You know your worth now. The Seven of Pentacles. What is the Seven of Pentacles, Spirit? The Emperor in the reverse. Okay. The Emperor in the reverse is someone who is very stubborn, someone who is very untrustworthy, someone who is like extremely toxic. And this could also represent like a boss or just toxic work environments. The Seven of Pentacles talks about being patient. It talks about having had sown your seeds and just waiting for the fruit to come in. But there's some sort of a block here. I'm getting like you're not trying to I'm hearing you know your worth. Now you know your worth. May it be relationships, may it be work environments. You're not willing to settle anymore. The Justice in the reverse and the Knight of Swords. People are like, it's not fair. Be careful, Gemini, because I just feel like you might receive some sort of a message from someone telling you how something isn't right, something isn't fair. They think that I don't know, just be careful. There could be something here, whether it be like a document or something that you may need to sign, or something here that has to do with something very important. Okay, just read the fine print and don't be so quick to sign, or don't be so quick to commit to something, because there's something here about it not being balanced or fair or just. Okay. Death card. What is this Death card, Spirit? Speak to me about the Death card. The Two of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Lovers card. This is over. Something is over. If this is about a decision that you haven't made yet, Spirit's saying that you've already grown enough in order to be prepared to receive what's coming next. If this is about a relationship, Spirit's saying that it's over. Completely over. You've learned your lesson. You've grown. You've evolved. You're not even the same person that you used to be when you first got into a relationship. Like, we have to evolve, right? And if they're not evolving with us, then, they stay stuck. Well, I don't know. But something here has definitely come to an end, and Spirit is just trying to, like, let you know that, yeah, this is definitely over. There wasn't... You guys were unequally yoked. It wasn't balanced. There was something here that wasn't balanced out. I'm also getting that whoever this person was, they feel like life isn't the same without you. Something's not the same without you, right? They feel like borderline, like if something in them died, right? heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah. So this could be your energy, or this is their energy. Heartache over what you no longer have. They're hurting. July could be significant. Someone may be born in July, or July is significant for something. We'll see what that's about. You will be playing a different role. So maybe by July, you might be doing something differently. You will be playing a different role. March. Position of authority. You could be getting some sort of raise or a promotion, or maybe someone might be looking at you and thinking this person definitely brings that energy of authority. So you may be playing a different role. So maybe by like July, March, April, May, June, July. So spring and summer, you're going to come in with this totally different energy where it's like you're on the throne. You've placed yourself on your own throne and have taken down anybody that you have put on that throne. People who have tried to control your life, control you, control your thoughts, control your decisions, not respected your boundaries. Like, you're putting yourself on the throne of your own life. You're saying, this is my life and it's my life. It's now or never. I just want to live forever. Yeah. You'll be playing a different role. Totally different energy here, Gemini, for you. By spring and summer, you're going to be a different person. And someone's still going to be like stuck on you. Coins. Money will be coming to you. And vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Okay, well, Spirit's saying don't, these people are like vultures, but don't worry about that, okay? Like, mind your business, right? It's none of our business what people think of us. They're just still very attached to your energy, and Spirit's saying something new is coming, and I need you to make peace with what took place in your past. Being alone is very important, because having that time and that space to be able to think about what took place, right? and knowing that your story and your emotions and your feelings were valid. Excuse me. When you're constantly distracting yourself from your feelings and from just kind of sitting with what took place, you have a hard time processing what happened to you. So I feel like these people are still circling around, feeling like their energy is still attached to you some way, somehow. And that's because you may not have made peace with the past, right? It's like you've closed yourself off so that you don't, step on any toes or ruffle any feathers. But at the same time, there's still some sort of energy that's lingering, right? And you can always care about somebody. Love is never going to fully go away, but I think that you need to finally come to terms with the things that took place in the past, okay? Really heal from that and believe yourself, believe your own story. Sometimes we can gaslight ourselves into believing the story or the narrative that other people had about us, and that can definitely hurt us, right? If this is about a job or just a new opportunity, I just feel like there's a new energy that you're stepping into here. If you've already got a partner, whatever, and you're not, thinking about that, but there's some sort of new energy. You're growing. You're putting yourself on this throne, and you're saying, I need to love myself, honor myself, respect myself, put myself in places where I know that I'm going to be of value, right? I'm going to bring something to the table. I'm no longer going to settle here, okay? And this vulture is like like some sort of energy is trying to keep you down, maybe not paying you what you're worth, right? Or maybe you're just thinking, I need to switch up my environment, it's not healthy for me, right? So you're thinking differently here. And by the summer and by the spring and the summer, you're going to see some sort of significant changes when it comes to your attitude, your energy. The tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yeah, it may feel like things are going kind of slow, but slowly but surely you are getting ahead, okay? So Spirit, give me more for Gemini. Give me more for Gemini. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So laugh. Laugh, Gemini. Have fun. And doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Live in the moment, Gemini. You don't need to know all the answers, and surrender. I can release my need to control things, okay? So let it go, and let God. Laugh a little, right? This is just the story that we call life. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Think about the good times. Think about the good memories, right? Think about the good things that have happened in your life. Release the need to know all the answers. Maybe you don't know why these things happen, but in the future you will. Trust me, and just surrender. I can release my need to control things. So, you know, you can't control other people. You can't control what they do necessarily, how they think. But just surrender to, you know, surrender to the energy that's coming in. And don't try to control any outcome because of the things that you've been through in the past, right? Any fears that you may have in the past, don't project that onto the future, is what I'm hearing. So that's your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a personal reading, you can contact me at Xabethegeminiwitchtarot@gmail.com. I'll leave all my information down below. I love you, Gemini. See you in the next video. Bye.